Now, I did a video before COVID came out, and I was telling everybody that I truly believe that house prices weren't going to drop. I didn't think COVID was going to drop house prices. I said because there was a major shortage of inventory, and I thought it was only going to be exacerbated. And so I started doing more and more research on this topic, and anybody can kind of recall where we're at right now, the end of May in 2020. You know what? House prices are higher right now than they were at the beginning of March. And you didn't see that 20% drop in house prices here in our market in Southern California. You didn't at all, especially here in Riverside County where I'm based out of. Now, not only are we going to see this problem get a lot worse, I'm going to explain to you why I continue to see house prices continue to increase here locally in Riverside County, and I think they're going to increase much, much faster than what historical data is telling us, where it's going to be a 5% increase. I would not be surprised if we're going to see as much as a 10% increase in price, and I'm going to show you why. And it's strictly based on a very simple principle that drives price more than anything else, and it is supply versus demand, okay? So watch. Right now in Riverside County, there's going to be 31,000 new families that are going to be created here in 2020. And by created, what I mean is two kids move out of their parents' houses, they get married, they go and they start their own family in a new house. People get divorced, now they go from one family to having two families that live here, okay? Now you're going to go ahead and you're going to have people graduate from college, they're going to come back and they're going to rent an apartment. 31,000 new households, okay, are going to be coming to Riverside County. Now, of those 31,000 households, 19,000 of them are going to be able to be qualified to buy. So here in Riverside County, we have a 61% home ownership rate. So we got 19,000 new families moving here, okay, versus compared to those leaving. So 19,000 more that are coming here than there are leaving. So we need 19,000 more houses to just meet that, right? So we have even playing field. Now, what people don't understand is they say, well, was that ever really the case? Yes, it was. From 2000 to 2008, believe it or not, you had more new homes being built than you had families moving to the area, okay? Well, now we have a major problem. Because of the high cost of building a home and the major shortage in labor forces that we have and the difficulty in financing as it was to get construction financing, we have in the cost of land, we have a major building shortage, major. So we're only having 6,000 new homes being built for 19,000 more families moving to the area, okay? So we got 13,000 homes that we're gonna be short on. Now, on top of that, we're gonna be looking at something year over year, meaning in May of 2019 to May of 2020 here in Riverside County, there's 20% less homes for sale on top of that, okay? Now, people say, well, we're gonna get hit super hard here in Riverside County and our unemployment rate, you know, is gonna have to cause people to lose their houses and so many people are gonna flood the market with foreclosures. And I was yelling, we're an essential-based economy, okay? We have the ability to work from home. Yes, there are people that are getting hit, but what people have to understand is the people that have been filing for unemployment benefits, the vast majority of them here in Riverside County were earning less than $50,000 a year, and 70% of them were deemed as renters in the most recent survey. So the people that are unfortunately hardest hit are not the people that were in the market to buy a home to begin with, unfortunately. So it's very important to know that. And this is evidenced by right now, as of the middle of May, the national unemployment rate, when you're actually pulling out people who are no longer looking for work, you're at a 15% unemployment rate, okay? Now, we're at a 9% here in Riverside County, okay? We're substantially lower. Now, mind you, in Riverside County, we were sitting at about 5% before COVID, so we didn't even double. The nation average was right at about 5%. It's almost tripled, okay? So it just shows you our resilience of our location here. Now, feeding into San Diego, I want to show you guys 51,000 new families, 26,000 new families that can actually afford to buy a home, 9,000 homes being built in San Diego. No surprise there, obviously. 30% shortage in inventory drop year over year in San Diego County. And look at that unemployment rate. It moved up from 4% to only 7.6% compared to the national average. So once again, showing a very resilient economy. So now people are saying, and I've been yelling, if you at all are in the real estate industry in San Diego and you're talking the median house price, you're talking almost 24 offers. And what people have to understand is because the cost of interest and the cost of financing is so low, interest rates in the low 2s to high 3s, the ability of somebody to purchase that home and the affordability index here in Riverside County is a 120, okay? The nationwide average is a 100, okay? So in Riverside County, we have a 20% overage. Now, San Diego County is not the same way. They have an affordability index of only 85, okay? So that means you don't have, you're below the national average. Well, those people that want to buy a house in San Diego and they can't afford it, they're not just going to give up their dream of buying a home, because what did they just learn? They just learned with their employer that I can work remotely. I have the ability to be pretty efficient, and I bet you a lot of people, I can only go into the office 2 days a week. I bet you I've shown my boss great things. I can work remote 3 days a week. You know what? Maybe that commute up to Temecula or up to Murrieta and making it down here to San Diego those 2 days a week, it's probably worth it, because I can buy a home. They have great school districts. So not only are we're going to have this shortage of people, these people aren't going to just not buy a home. They're going to flood or move into the Riverside County market. And the same thing's going to be happening in Orange County. Now, kind of flipping my board around, I want to show you what this kind of looks like, so you can kind of really get an idea. San Diego, your affordability index, like I said, was 85 out of 100. Riverside County is 120 out of 100. So we have a major problem in Riverside County for inventory shortage. Not only because, here's the thing, people from Riverside County, you don't really have the option to move to San Diego County for the most part, right? For two main reasons. The cost of living is just more. So people aren't going to move from a place that's less expensive if we're feeling a little bit of a recession to some place that's more expensive, right? So give you an idea, here in San Diego, you have 333,000 people renting that can afford to buy in San Diego. So right now you have well over 1 million renters in San Diego on the population. 333,000 of them can afford to buy a home in San Diego. 515,000 of them can afford to buy a home in Riverside County, okay? So you got a huge increase. Now, given not everybody in San Diego want to move up to Riverside County, but they're telling me right now, there's a sure heck of a lot of you guys that are, because I see them. I see all the pre-approvals coming through my office of people that are renting in Escondido or renting in Vista or doing all these things and moving up here. So think about what house prices are going to continue to do in Riverside County, and whether this is the Corona and Eastvale market where it's close to Orange County, that's commutable. It's the same thing as the Murrieta and Temecula market commuting into San Diego. So both of these markets are what I'm talking about. Now, you got 13,000 new homes that are short, right? We had 6,000 new homes being created. We have 19,000 new families in Riverside County. We're 13,000 short. Then we're going to have another influence of people that are renting in San Diego that are now also going to get added to that, because they've now had the ability and realization they have a chance of working from home, right? And they're willing to make that commute. And they know that there is an insane inventory shortage in San Diego. And they look, I don't want to pay $600,000 for a 3-bedroom house in Oceanside and not the best neighborhood, when I can literally get a $600,000 house in South Temecula that's 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and in an awesome area with awesome schools. So if you live in either Southwest Riverside County or you're in the Corona Eastvale area, get ready for some insane price moves. I guarantee you, and my personal belief, that we're going to see, double-digit potential price increases over the next 12, 18 months. So hope that gave you some good facts to think about.